Alright, so for this problem we have a matrix where the rows represent customers and the columns represent amounts of money in different banks for each customer. We want to return the wealth that the richest customer has. So this problem is more just about familiarity with how matrices work. And how Python works, rather than like anything like more complex than that. So basically, it's worth looking at these examples and seeing what these matrices look like. And so you can see that like matrices in Python are generally just like lists of lists. So here, like this would be a matrix, like a 2x3 matrix with 2 rows and 3 columns. And so we have this, accounts is itself a list. It's a list with 2 entries. The first entry is a list with 3 entries, and the second entry is another list with 3 entries. And so you can see that the length of the outside list is the number of rows, and the length of each inside list, all of which need to be equal, those are going to be the number of columns. So understanding this makes it easier for us to solve this problem. So we want to return the amount of money that the richest customer has. And so let's see here. Well, Python has a built-in function that returns the maximum element of a list, and it's just max. So if we could create a list such that the ith entry of the list is precisely the wealth of the ith customer, then we could just take the max of that list, and that would be exactly what we're looking for. And the way that we can create that list is using list comprehension. And so you could just create a list such that the ith element in this list is the sum of the ith row in accounts. And we can extract the ith row from accounts pretty easily because it is precisely the ith entry in accounts. Okay, so then at the end of the day, all we need to do is return max of this list. So this list is going to be, we're going to take the sum of account for account in accounts. Okay, so accounts, just to go over this again, so accounts is a matrix where it's a list, and each entry in that list represents a row in the matrix. And so each row is going to be associated with a separate account. So that's why we're looping through the account in accounts, because the entries in accounts are going to be individual accounts. Okay, so yeah, so there we go. And then for each one of these, we just want to get the sum, because that will tell us the wealth of that particular account. And then this list here will be a list containing the ith entry in this list will be the sum of, will be the wealth of the ith account. And so we just return the max of this, and that's exactly what we're looking for. So we can just submit this. And there we go. So pretty straightforward of a problem. This is more about just understanding the problem and being familiar with what you can do in Python, rather than like having to do like technical proofs or anything like that to like really understand and be able to prove that your solution is doing exactly what you want it to do. But yeah, anyways, here you go, and this is the solution.